This is a journey into sound. A journey which along the way will bring to you new color, new dimension, new values, and a new experience.
Welcome to the G-Spot Podcast. I'm your guide, Vera Silcox, bringing you your weekly self-love soundbite. Join us for conversations around sex, spirit, and all things self-care. All things self-care. All things self-care. All things self-care. All things self-care.
This is a journey into sound.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro.
You are a G-Spot Podcast with Katie Silcox.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to the G-Spot Podcast, where I'm coming to you live from Thanksgiving at my mama's house. Mom, say hi to our audience.
Oh my goodness. Hello, everyone.
It's the famous my mother, Vera Silcox. I'm just wondering if you would like to share with everyone your opinion right now of just dating in general.
Oh, well, first of all, I'm not doing any of it, but I did have one small, tiny opportunity, and I took a hike with a man, and he kept begging me to suck on his water tube.
What?
With
Water
bad breath and a water tube that was on the back of his backpack. Full
Like
of
a
water.
Camelback?
Nasty.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And I refused,
So-
obviously.
I really feel like if you would have liked him, then you wouldn't have minded to suck on his tube.
Maybe not. Maybe that's true. But
So funny. So what else do you want to share with my audience? What great wisdom would you like to share with the Shakti School tribe this Thanksgiving?
cook your oysters before you put them in your cornbread stuffing, we discovered this morning.
Okay.
And I can't think of anything noteworthy. Enjoy your time with your precious family. Look in their faces and take time to be there.
No, that's really good advice.
Yep.
Well, I feel like you're getting kind of shy because you got the cameras on.
Oh, camera. Oh, God.
I mean, the audio.
Let's see. The other thing is be patient with your family members if you're updating their technology.
Oh, yes. Let's talk about that. If anyone out there is listening, there's something called mom tutorials for technology that you may be familiar with. And we had a little bit of that this morning.
6:45? Well, no, what was it? 5:45.
Yeah. 5:45 a.m. updating Facebook.
Oh, gosh. Much love to all your little tribe. of
What are you
people.
making?
I am making cranberry whatever. it is,
Yeah,
cranberry
why don't you
relish
give
with apples?
Why don't you give us the menu for today's Thanksgiving celebration at the Silcox
Okay.
homestead?
Turkey, because we're not having a whole turkey because we have baby jack, and we thought turkey breast would be simpler, and we're doing fried mushrooms and onions to go over that to give it a little more spice. Mashed potatoes because of baby jack, cranberry dressing, roasted Brussels sprouts. Can't think of what else. A kale salad.
What's in your
Deviled
stuffing?
eggs. What's in my what? She got a mouthful of
Wait,
gruel.
your stuffing.
Oh my goodness! So it's cornbread stuffing and butter and
How much butter is in your cornbread stuffing?
Ooh, this will ruin it for the whole family.
No, come on.
A stick
Okay.
of butter, 2 cups of boiling water, 1 whole onion chopped fine and cooked down.
Yum.
And then we fried oysters and added that to it. Oh, celery. Cup of celery, cooked also.
Any spices?
Salt and pepper is all in that. And then I should have added some kind of sage. It's not too late. We can add that later on.
And roasted Brussels sprouts?
Roasted Brussels sprouts, which we do that pretty well with garlic and salt and pepper.
That
and
sounds amazing.
drizzle a little balsamic vinegar over that.
So, how old are you this year?
I'll be 62 in March, so I'm still 61.
And tell everyone what you did last week.
Oh, I went to a fitness camp for a week. I haven't had a glass of wine in about 13 days. And we did all sorts of stuff. We walked, we hiked, we played with ropes, we did weights, we swam. It was an exhilarating experience. We had a blast. I came back feeling 10 years younger.
So it's possible at 61 you were telling me you felt the best you felt in your life.
Well, I could say I felt the best I felt in 10 years. Maybe I feel as good as I have at any other time. And it is kind of fun to think you can whip it back into shape. And, I see potential to really feel strong again.
That's beautiful. What was, like, the most powerful thing about going to your Tennessee fitness camp?
Probably being with those 5 women, that are so dear and fun and funny, old friends and one new one, and just that melding of hearts.
It's bringing up emotion for you.
Yeah, it is. We had no media, really hardly any cell phone service there. And also the people there are just so simple, and it's very rural. And no flash by any means, but yet the results are great because they're just so passionate about helping people feel good again. Yeah.
Beautiful. No wine.
No wine.
Do you want to tell our listeners about your experience that we were talking about this morning? Because we keep it real at Shakti School. We talk about what's actually true, and I think that's what really reaches people. Do you want to talk about your wine trade-off?
Okay, so when I decided about a month ago I was going to not drink wine, I thought, well, what I can do is I can just come home and eat popcorn, and that's going to be great. And so, 10 pounds later,
You obviously haven't read my book.
I have read your book, but I block out the things I don't want to hear.
So do I.
And so, 10 pounds later in 1 month and no wine, and I talked with the counselor there. She said, "Oh, girl, you've been way better off to have a little bit of wine and all those carbohydrates." So now I'm off popcorn and wine, but it's fine.
And you've traded that for this amazing sweet and spicy tea that we love.
Yeah, drinking the cinnamon.
We're going to put a link in the show notes to this sweet and spicy tea that my mom and I are super stoked about. It is like wine because it's warm and spicy and kind of gives you that feeling of warmth that we love from wine.
Right. Katie's sister Mary said, "I don't trust this wine, this tea. That it can't be this good." But we've researched, and it doesn't have any sugar.
What was amazing though is that our conversation. We're gonna stand in the kitchen, and I'm actually making kitchery as well for our Thanksgiving, which is hilarious. But what I wanted to just talk about is the way that you and I were saying, like, when you don't have the wine or when you don't have the popcorn and you have to sit with yourself and light a candle and sit and actually just eat slowly and mindfully with yourself, it's actually initially quite painful.
It brought up the fact of, loneliness. It was the first thing that came to my mind after coming from this retreat and her suggesting that we, when you're getting ready to eat your meal, sit alone. Don't turn the TV on and don't turn any music. Just sit in solitude with a candle and appreciate and be in Thanksgiving. And it just broke my heart. I had to rush to the den and turn the TV on because I did feel emotion of loneliness. And
right. Yeah. And then I said, "Oh, that's funny. You're my mom," because I had the exact same thing. So there's something interesting about what we inherit from our parents. And it's also so beautiful that you and I can, share that together now and heal it. Just by talking about it, we start to change things. So if you were sitting in front of a room full of 20-year-old, 30-year-old, 40-year-old younger women, and you could give them a piece of advice for this Thanksgiving season, many of them going home to their families, what would your advice be?
Well, obviously, looking back at time with my own mother and remembering just bits of anger and frustration that she didn't see me as I wanted her to see me. Makes me have compassion for my girls because I feel their frustration sometimes when I don't see them.
but I have the wisdom to do better. So I think be patient with your mothers and meet them where they are and enjoy that time. Because I love you. Because I can't heal my mother anymore other than this time, and try to be what I had hoped for my girls.
Yeah.
And also just stay on your knees, because even though I'm 61 and I should be so full of wisdom, it's a repetition constantly. We're always growing. And as soon as we grow up in one area, we'll see how little we are in another. So it's constant growth.
Thank you so much for your gift of this morning together.
Thank you.
I'll be more patient with you, Mom. All right, everybody. I hope that you have a beautiful Thanksgiving with your mama and your dad and your family. And we wish you much love from the Silcox household in Roanoke, Virginia. Happy Thanksgiving.
छोटे फूल अपन सूखे छोटे फूल